Hey guys, how's it going? I'm the Silver Grunion, and we're gonna play RETROMANIA WRESTLING. That's right, one of my favorite wrestling games currently out on the market, and I felt it was a good way to make my triumphant return, so to speak. It's been a very trying few weeks. We'll get into all that. We're gonna play RETROMANIA. We're gonna take Mr. Hughes to the championship of the world, the 10 pounds of gold. And we'll do an update on the channel, what's been going on, and what to expect in the future. But mainly is an excuse to play RETROMANIA Wrestling. I'm looking forward to this. As we play as the dastardly Mr. Hughes, the man that stole the urn from The Undertaker. He is my favorite character in this game, and one of my favorite characters in wrestling of all time. And that's not hyperbole, that's real. Like, he's character-wise, Mr. Hughes has so many different layers, and I've always enjoyed his work in the ring and the stories that he tells. Especially if you've seen him after the WWE, even on the independent circuit, the guy got jacked. Huge.
Now,
and has continued to have great matches pretty much everywhere he goes. This is an arcade-style game. It's a sequel to WrestleFest. Although I think it really, and I'll get some heat for this, but I think it eclipses the original. Has so many more features, more wrestlers, more things to do. And it just feels a little bit more fluid, a little more accessible. And that's important when you pick up a wrestling game, to be able to just pick it up and play. Takes just about a minute to learn how to play, but a lifetime to master. That's the mark of a good game. So shout out to Retrosoft Studios and Mike for doing a great job. This team did very well. So what's been going on with me? Where have I been? Well, I got injured about a month ago. I unfortunately, as many of you know who have followed me on the channel, I've been recovering from cancer, and my vocal cord was damaged during that recovery. And it's a little bit, you gotta be careful with it. And I managed to re-injure the vocal cord. So for about a month I couldn't talk, much to the delight of pretty much everybody that knows me in real life. Couldn't share my opinions. I couldn't even order food. That was the worst. I couldn't share my opinions, but I couldn't order food. And that's the worst thing, really. As Mr. Hughes picks up another win.
Now go for the next match.
That's the voice of Mike Herman, by the way, the lead on this game. Now go to the next match. Good job, sir. Oh, we got the blue meanie. But yeah, so I injured my vocal cord. I am suffering from vocal cord dysfunction. It's a real thing and it's difficult, but I'm not letting it stop me from doing what I enjoy. I wasn't supposed to be able to talk at all, and I'm doing my best. So hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully everything's going good. This isn't a sob story. I'm not trying to get your GoFundMe money. I'm trying to do just something I enjoy. And I like talking to you. I like playing games, and I like streaming. So for the past month, I had to be really careful. And now we're feeling a little bit better, so I figured we'd try this. As I picked up RETROMANIA Wrestling on the PlayStation 4. Already had it for the Switch. And I'll probably get it for the Xbox too. It's my go-to game. It's my happy place. It's the game I play when I don't know what else to play, but I want to have fun. You know, too often you spend all your time trying to figure out what you want to do, and you don't do anything. RETROMANIA is that game that I play so that I'm not wasting time. And again, it is fairly straightforward, but it does take a bit of skill to master, so every so often I crank up the difficulty, which we have not done here. This is just the basic difficulty, aka easy mode. Ooh. But yeah, other than that, I've just been playing a lot of games off stream. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, a lot of them. And watching other people play games is fun too. But it's good to be back, so thanks a lot, guys. For even if there's one person out there, thank you for being here and joining me as we play RETROMANIA Wrestling. Ooh, Mr. Hughes with the vivacious power slam there. And the sidewalk slam. There's the cover, Blue Meanie shoulders down, and it's over. What's Hughes gonna do here to Matt Cardona? He whips him in. Ooh, vicious sidewalk slam. There's the cover. And Mr. Hughes picks up another victory on his way to the 10 pounds of gold.
Now go for the next match.
House of Hardcore. Boy, there's a name from the past. Tommy Dreamer's promotion in the, I guess it was about 10 years ago, and they had some pretty good shows. Ooh, it's the Big Blue Cage as we take on, though I was going to say the leader of the Blue World Order, Supernova, but no, that would be Stevie Richards. I'm sorry, Hollywood Nova. Man, the Blue World Order was probably one of my favorite gimmicks in Extreme Championship Wrestling. So it's great to see them represented here. And they're done very well. Everything in this game it's a love letter to professional wrestling. Ooh, Mr. Hughes with the win with the figure 4.
Now go for the next match.
Now I think this is the Fatal 4-Way. We'll see. Arguably, this is probably the hardest match in the game, mainly because it's sudden death. It's the first one to score a pinfall or a submission, and with 3 other guys in the ring, all vying for the bragging rights of a champion, it can get a little bit clustery, a little bit hectic when you're trying to get the victory. 4 men enter, but only 1 can leave as the number 1 contender to Nick Aldis's 10 pounds of gold. Also, guys, sorry if you might see, I notice it, you probably don't. Sometimes I'm kind of like bobbling my head, tucking my chin. That's what I have to do to kind of keep the vocal cord from moving around. It's still kind of ginger. I have not recovered 100%. I probably shouldn't be doing this, but I'm talking above a whisper, and I want to take advantage of that. And by the way, thank you. A lot of you out there sent me very nice messages asking about my health, asking about when I'd be back, and it really means a lot. So thank you very much. Everybody out there who sent me something nice or just said something funny to lift my spirits, I really appreciate it. God bless you, and thank you. I mean that in all sincerity. Thank you. Oh wait, there's the cover. Oh, the dastardly Mr. Hughes picks up the win on the outside and is now the number 1 contender.
I'm Joe Galley, joined with the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion Nick Aldis, who has some choice words for his next challenger.
So, you want a challenge for the 10 pounds of gold? Well, guess what? When this is all said and done, you will know why I'm the national treasure and the real world's champion.
That was the world champion there. Now as we face him off inside the steel cage. 2 out of 3 falls. It doesn't get any more old school than that. And anyone who's met Mr. Hughes knows it's all about the old school. Oh, Hughes goes for the handshake, and Nick Aldis falls for it. Big time move by Mr. Hughes. They really got his character down, really got it good. And I'm having fun. This game is a lot of fun. Yeah, it's just great to be doing this. It really is. When I had cancer, and they didn't know how it was going to go, I always said that if I could pull through and I could speak clearly enough again, I would do streaming, I would have fun, because that's what really helped. That was one of the things that helped me a lot in that time period. And a lot of popular streamers, I'm not going to drop names, but a lot of them sent me nice messages during that time. And it really made me think of, people see streaming as just entertainment, but to some people out there, it means a lot. So if I can do 1% of what everybody else has done for me, I'm going to do it. Or at least try. We've already got one victory here. Now we're going to try to make it a clean sweep against Nick Aldis, the owner of the 10 pounds of gold, the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, one of the most prestigious world championships in all of professional wrestling. The question is, how are we going to finish off Nick Aldis? Should we try... No, wait, no. I know exactly what we're going to do. Let's go all Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Oh, Hughes off the top with a vicious move from the top of the cage that he would never do in real life because he's not stupid. And there's the win. And the new champion.
And now this, Mr. Hughes is your new NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, great animations, great presentation here on RETROMANIA Wrestling. Also, the only place you'd ever see Mr. Hughes dive off the top of the cage. And don't get me wrong, Mr. Hughes is a guy that can virtually do anything. If you've seen him, especially in the mid-90s in Extreme Championship Wrestling, some of his matches with Sabu, I mean, this guy is light on his feet. He works light as a feather, and he can do virtually anything, but doesn't mean he's going to do it. That's why he's wrestled for almost 40 years? Because he doesn't dive off the top of the cage. But in RETROMANIA Wrestling, there's no injuries, so you can do whatever you want. You can make any superstar do virtually anything. It's your imagination is the only limitation in RETROMANIA Wrestling. There we go, sleeper hold, classic move there. And Mr. Hughes picks up the win by submission.
Now go for the next match.
Ooh, Zack Sabre Jr., who just won the G1. And I like Zack Sabre Jr. I do wish they'd put in some more tactical wrestlers in the game, similar to him. A guy by the name of Jonathan Grisham would be fantastic in RETROMANIA Wrestling. Would love to see him go head-to-head with Zack Sabre Jr. Dare I say, the winner of the G1 may not come out on top in that battle with the Octopus, Jonathan Grisham. Standout wrestler. If you've never seen him before, make sure you YouTube him after this, and he'd be fantastic in RETROMANIA Wrestling. Actually, I think he's part of the Wrestling Code, another game coming out very soon. But I don't think it's going to top this one, at least not for me. This is old school arcade action at its very finest. Sidewalk Slam by Mr. Hughes. And Mr. G1 goes down for the last time.
Now
That's what
go
Hughes
for the
always
next
said.
Match.
You're going down for the last time. And he meant it. Hughes was a champion whether he had the championship belt or not. The only gold he needed was the urn that he stole from The Undertaker. In one of the most memorable segments of 1993 WWF television. In fact, Hughes was the first one to put The Undertaker down on television. I mean, he really laid out The Undertaker, stole the urn, and made a whole career out of that notoriety. Ooh, nice move there by Brian Myers. Double axe handle off the top rope, laying out both Mr. Hughes and the innovator of violence, Tommy Dreamer. Ooh, this one's getting tough. Ooh. These championship matches getting more difficult as time goes on. I would have sunk a lot of quarters into RETROMANIA Wrestling as a kid. But thankfully, I don't have to put quarters in my PlayStation 4. I did that once at a buddy's house, and I was not invited back over. I also crammed 3 cookies into the VCR. Shout out if you get that reference. Oh, Dreamer kicks out with authority. Mr. Hughes has a long way to go. His championship might be in jeopardy here. Well, I hope not. So far, we've done pretty good. Oh, Myers makes the cover. Pins Tommy Dreamer. Hughes quick to capitalize and hits the sidewalk slam. Hughes with a cover and just squeaks by with the victory. And still champion.
Now go for the next match.
That was close, though. That was definitely close. We're going to face off against Boom Boom Colt Cabana. Another cool guy, actually one of the founding fathers of what I would call modern wrestling podcasts, and a nice guy. I've met him a couple times. And not just like his meet and greets, but I did a couple shows where he was in the locker room, and just a very nice man. Very nice, very talented, and smart. But those smarts and talents are not going to get him too far here as he takes on the champion of the world, Mr. Hughes. Sleeper hold there. We won another cage match with a submission move.
Now go for the next match.
One more fatal four-way. Mr. Hughes, Nikita Koloff, Jeff Cobb, and Austin Idol. You want to talk about a hodgepodge of talent from the past, present, and future. That's what RETROMANIA Wrestling brings to the table. We've got to try to win this one early and quickly before things degenerate into an all-out brawl of epic proportion. Mr. Hughes sending Austin Idol to the floor. Makes the cover, but this time, Nikita Koloff breaks up the pin. And this is what I was talking about, fans. Now, the action on the floor is fast and furious. It's bedlam here at Too Many Games. Anyone's ball game at this point. I'll break it up. There we go. Where are you going? Oh, there's the quick cover. Oh, and Hughes steals one. And still champion. Darn right.
Wrestling fans, this is Joe
Uh-oh.
Galley. Sweet Charlotte is no longer around the waist of my guest at this time. Nick Aldis, you're demanding an opportunity to win back the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship.
So you caught lightning in a bottle, had the biggest night of your life, but now the fun and games are over, and you go back to being just another ham sandwich, and I take back what's mine, the World's Heavyweight Wrestling Championship.
We are not going to go back to being another ham sandwich. Not even sure what that means. I think British people sometimes make things up to see if we know. I don't think that's a saying. But if it is, I don't like it. All right, here we go. Final battle here. The final boss in RETROMANIA Wrestling. We are in the NWA arena. Nicely done. Larger arena than the TV studio we were in earlier when we faced off against Nick Aldis for the championship for the first time. But now, it's 2 out of 3 falls in the cage where it really matters, as Mr. Hughes tries to prove that it was not a fluke. Ooh, he broke free of the sleeper. I thought I might have it there. Oh, Aldis hard into the cage. And Hughes picks up the first fall. Already this one much more violent than the first Aldis-Hughes altercation. But it's still anyone's ball game in this championship encounter. Hughes gives him the thumbs down and drives his body weight down across the shoulders. Pump handle slam by Total Protection, Mr. Hughes. Ooh, got caught with a clothesline though. And Nick Aldis now making a comeback. That's why he was the world champion for so long. His perseverance in the face of adversity. Belly-to-belly suplex by Mr. Hughes. Hughes, went for the leg drop, but nobody home. That time, Hughes driving all of his body weight down across the neck. He sends in Aldis, sidewalk slam. There's the cover center of the ring, and Mr. Hughes is the champion of the world forever and a day. Congratulations, a winner is Hughes. Well, that was great, guys. That was a lot of fun. That's the end of RETROMANIA Wrestling's arcade mode. But I'll tell you, and this is not hyperbole, I play this mode at least once a day with different wrestlers, different characters, and you know what? We're going to stream a lot more on this channel of RETROMANIA Wrestling. We're going to get into the story mode. We're going to play tons of the Retro Rumble. I'm excited to bring you more action, more excitement, and more wrestling greatness. That is, try that again. RETROMANIA Wrestling. Hey, we're live, pal. And what fantastic artwork we have here in the final credits of the game. But no, thanks a lot, guys, really, for being here. I appreciate you so much. This felt good. This felt really good. I'm not in a lot of pain, not in pain. So yeah, I think we're back on track. So thank you for sticking it out with me. If you're a subscriber, thank you. If you're not a subscriber, hey, like and subscribe. Because I can promise you one thing on this channel, we defy the odds. I'm not letting anything decide that I can't do what I want to do, as long as I'm not hurting somebody. But cancer's not going to stop me. You know, vocal cord dysfunction's not going to stop me from playing a lot of fun games and sharing them with all of you. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I am the Silvered Grunion. Make sure you like and subscribe, follow me on social media, but not too closely. And we'll see you next time for more RETROMANIA Wrestling on Grunion Games.